Dear friends, I'm back with another machine on the Tryhackme, which is Bluetooth. I've already spawned much earlier. This is the IP address of the target. And as recommended by the Tryhackme, I'd like to use the attack box to do this penetration. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. Yeah, you're greatly appreciated. So, without further ado, let's just get started. As you can see on the right, to save time, I've already done the map scanning, and we can cut out the result of this scanning. As you can see, I use the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also output the result into this file. Of course, the IP address would be a bit different from the last time I did the machine. From the map scanning, we can know that the target has two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service, and also the corresponding version information. And as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. And the second one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the actual version information, which is Apache 2. So what we are going to do next is we need to do some enumeration for the web application running on the port number 80. But before we do that, I'd like to answer some questions in this room. For example, deploy the machine. I've already done that. So just click complete it. How many ports are open? There are two open ports. The first one is 22 and then 80. Let's submit. Answer. Which answer is correct? What version of SSH is running? We just copy the version information, right? We can copy and paste it in here. Let's submit. Answer is correct. What version of Apache is running? A map has already done us with everything. We can copy the number, the version number, and we can put it in here. Let's submit. Which Linux distribution is running? Of course, the distribution should be Ubuntu. Let's copy and paste it in here. Let's submit and search for hidden directories on web server. What's the hidden directory? Of course, the first two I'd like to, maybe before we try to do the directory brute forcing, I'd like to manually enumerate the web application with the browser. This is the standard methodology. Maybe I need to close down all existing tabs, and let's open up a fresh browser. Now we can put the IP address of a target into the address bar. Let's press enter. We got the default homepage of Apache 2 back from the target. And we can scroll down to see whether we can find something interesting. But nothing there. And also we can check the source code of this page. And we can scroll down. But nothing interesting here. So next we can use or utilize some sort of tools to do enumeration. And the first tool I'd like to use is Licto. nickel with option H to specify the URL or host. And here we can put the IP address of the target. Let's press enter. You know, nickel is so powerful for the web application emulation. Yeah, it's giving us like a server information that allow the methods. Sometimes if the target allows dangerous methods like put, and we can utilize such method for our purpose. And also we'll emulate out some common files or directory. In this case, it's admin. Of course, I think so far we can answer the next question. What's the hidden directory? Let's submit. And we can access this hidden directory in the browser. Yeah, we are prompted by the user login panel. We can try if we can use the username admin and also password admin. Let's log in, but the username or password invalid. However, before we try to like brute force, we need to check. Similarly as before, we need to check the source code of this page to see whether we can find some interesting. Here, there is one comment. Hi John. I think John is a possible username, and if you don't remember, the username is admin. So yeah, I think the username field is certain. We need to put the admin, and the password is not the default one, admin. So maybe now you can try to use like a login bypass technique. And the password login. However, it doesn't work. So I think now it's time to use the Hydra. You know, Hydra can crack password for many service. For example, like FTP service. For example, like SSH service, Samba service. Yeah, many different types of service can be running against. But before we can use the Hydra to crack, we need to understand the request and response between the browser and the target. Otherwise, you cannot make successful attack. So how to do it? Of course, you can use the Burp Suite to intercept the request. And I think now I'd like to another or alternative way, which may be, in this case, would be more convenient. We can select, inspect, open up the developer tool, and navigate to network tab. And we can launch the new request like admin, and password should be like a password login. And we can, this one is the request we've just launched. And so we got everything about the request. Now we can come back to the terminal and launch or start the Hydra tag. Of course, if you are not sure how to use the Hydra, we can use the help, or not Hydra. Not help, the H option, which can give you the instruction how to use the Hydra. And at the bottom, even give us, Hydra is giving us the examples how to use the Hydra. For example, like this one and also this one. The example themselves don't give us the scenario where we can run Hydra against the HTTP post. If we go back to our browser, you know that the method is post, and this is some sort of the post form. So the protocol or service should be the HTTP post form. And if you don't know how to use Hydra for this scenario, you can use Google to make some research. However, for me, I've used the Hydra for many times, so I don't. I don't need to do that search. Okay, now go back to our terminal, so we can use the Hydra, and with the L, the normal L option to specify the username. In this case, username we have already got the username, which is admin, right? And with the uppercase P to specify the password list or dictionary. In this case, of course, we can use the locq word list, and then followed by the target IP address. And then we need to specify the protocol or service. In this case, is post form. Then we need to specify other important information, like if you don't know how to put, you can go back to our browser. We need to put the or specific login page. In this case, it's admin. Now we go back to our terminal. Admin. Don't forget the second slash, otherwise this Hydra will not work in this case. And then we need to put the post request body, and then we can go back to our browser and go to the request body, the form data, and we can switch to the raw, and we can copy this request body, and now go to the terminal. We can put in here, and then we need to put or specify the message, the error message. When we submit the invalid username and password, the target will reply back the error message. For example, in this case, we know that this is the error message. So of course we do not need to specify or use the entire error message. We just put the keyword. For example, in this case, I put the invalid, and we can go back to my Hydra, invalid. Before we can run this, we need to make some modification. Admin should be replaced by the presser user, and the password should be replaced by pass. All right. I think I need to check it. Check the command. I think I've already configured properly. So let's press enter to see whether we can find out the password for this user to log in to the administrator panel or admin panel. Now we can go to the task 3, find a form to get a shell on SSH. What's the user and password of the admin panel? We got the password. So of course, here we can answer this question, and the password, I just copy the password and paste in here. Let's submit. Which is correct. So now we can log in to the admin panel. Admin and the password. I think I can close down the developer tool of the browser. Let's log in. As you can see, we have already successfully logged in to the admin panel. And now we can we get the web flag. We can copy, and then we can answer this question. Let's submit. Here also, John finished the development of the site. Here's your RSA private key. We can download. Also, we can, of course, you can copy and then write into the file locally. However, I'd like to show you another way. This way, I think would be more convenient. Or command line too. So how to do? We can use Q command. Your Q is command line to browse or retrieve the content of the website. And we can redirect to ID RSA. We use the same file name. Yeah, we can get out this file. I think no error. Before we can use this private key, yeah, we need to change the mode of this file. Otherwise, you will get an error related to the key. Okay, so we can change the mode. 400 is fine. ID. And we know the username for this private key is John. Yeah, from this page. Right? John. This is your private key. Okay? And now we can use SSH command. And we need to use the I option to specify the private key. And the username and the target. Press enter. Yeah, are you sure you want to continue connecting? No problem. However, we are required to supply the passphrase of this private key. So I'd like to quit and then, so how to crack the password for the passphrase for the private key? First, we need to convert this file into the hash format value. And the two I'd like to use is SSH to John and ID. And redirect to the pre-hash. All right? Press enter. Yeah, command on the found. So, which means that, this system, I mean the attack box, doesn't put this file into the environmental valuable path, so cannot find. So we need to locate this utility. Yeah, we got the absolute location of this SSH to John, and then we can run it again. Priv hash. All right, no error. We can get out this. So this is the format complying with the John Reaper. So then we can use the John word list. Yeah, I'd like to use the log queue, share word list, log queue to crack this hash value. Let's press enter. Yeah, we got the passphrase. I think now we can copy this passphrase and to answer the next question. All right, let's submit. Now then we have already got the passphrase, then we can log in to the target via SSH John, and the target IP address. And we need to provide the passphrase of this private key. As you can see, we are logged in as the user John successfully. Now we can do some local immersion. First, we can cut out the user flag. Yeah, the user flag we can copy and answer this question. Let's submit, which is correct. Now we can go to the task 4. Yeah, find a form to escalate your privileges. So, yeah, now go back to our targets shell. We need to elevate our privilege. How to do? You know, I think the first way or the first thing we need to do, need to check, in other words, is sudo, to check whether the current user can run the sudo. And we can run the sudo with the L option. Yeah, we can run this command, the cat command, without supplying the password of a root user to elevate our privilege. But how to do? Maybe this where the GTF Obins website comes into play. And we can use Google GTF Obins. And we can search the cat command and navigate to sudo. Yeah, the sudo can allow the sudo cat can allow us to read the privileged file like a shadow file, right? So how to do? We can use sudo and bin cat. The file I'd like to read is shadow, right? And then we can copy the content of this shadow file. And we can open up another tab. We can create the shadow machine and can paste in here, right, and quit. Also, we can cut out. Yeah, this time we don't need to use the sudo. Everyone can access this password file. We can copy the content of a password file. And we can vim pass machine and paste in here, right, and quit. Next, we can use the command unshadow, yeah, to combine these two files, password and shadow, remove and convert or redirect into the file hashes machine. All right, you can cut out this file. Then we can use the John the Ripper to crack share with the list, locq with the list in hashes. Let's press enter. You know, John the Ripper is so powerful. And I think that of course, there is another cracking tool, the Hatchcat, but for me, I prefer the John the Ripper because this is more convenient to configure. And we wait for this to be completed to see whether we can find out the password for the user. I think, as you can see, what's the root's password. If we can get the password of a user root, then we can use this password to get the share of the root user, right? Which is very straightforward. So this machine is not so difficult or complicated. However, a variety of techniques can be learned and practiced, which is so good for the pen tester. Yeah, for pen tester, we must master such different techniques. Yeah, I'd like to pause the video, and when it's done, and then I will come back. As you can see, because I did the machine earlier, and the John the Ripper will not crack the password for the root user. Although, the password with the root user has been cracked, and the John the Ripper will try to crack the password for another 2 users. The John and also this user will not be successful. However, we have already got the password for the root user. We can answer this question. Football. Yeah, stupid password. Let's submit. Since we have already got the password with the root user, then we can get our privilege escalated. We can switch the shell to the root user, and the password should be football. Yeah, as you can see, we have already successfully changed to the root user. Then we can navigate to root directory, and we can cut out the root flag without any issue, and we can copy the root flag and answer the last question. Let's submit. Congratulations, sorry. So we have already successfully completed the loom of bulleted on the Tryhackme. And that's pretty much it. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day.